Hello everyone, we are here to do maintenance on a laser printer. Now this is a beautiful laser printer. It's got a lot of parts inside of it, especially when we talk about these commercial business grade laser printers. You'll find these in an office building. So let's get started on how we'll maintain this laser printer. First off, we want to follow the manual, and we need to turn this printer off first for safety reasons. So I'll go ahead and I'll click the power switch on the back, and I'll also unplug it. Now this is also a network printer, so I'm going to unplug the network cable as well. And now the printer is completely ready for us to service. So one of the first things we're going to look at doing is replacing the toner cartridge. The toner cartridge in our laser printer is combined with the drum. So I'm going to open up the front, and I'm going to open up and lift the top cover. Now my printer has instructions written on the top cover of how to do this. We're going to take a zoomed in view of how to replace the toner inside of this laser printer. With our zoomed in view, it's time to replace this toner cartridge. Now here's the toner cartridge in my laser printer. We're going to follow the instructions in our manual to replace it, or even the instructions written on the printer itself. Now to remove the current toner cartridge, all I have to do is gently pull up and lift out. With our toner cartridge, it's got a hopper of toner, it's got the photoelectric drum, it's light sensitive. That drum is going to be written on by being exposed to a laser. The laser is going to create an image on the drum, will be utilized later by the toner, and getting that toner then on the paper. So what we want to do is remove the toner cartridge, purchase a new one, take off any labels and stickers as needed, and we'll drop that new toner cartridge in and install it. We'll give it a little bit of a push, and now your toner cartridge is locked in, and we can close up the printer and turn it back on. So let's talk about our maintenance for our laser printer. And for the laser printer, we have a maintenance kit that we can purchase. And this will include a lot of the user serviceable parts that we can replace. One of those parts is right behind the toner cartridge. And if I remove the toner cartridge again, we can look closely and see down below on the printer this transfer roller. The transfer roller is this blue spindly wheel which connects all the way across to the right side. It's got a little bit of a rubbery material to it. To remove the transfer roller, I can grab on the far left side, and I'll follow the instructions on the manual and pull it up, and I can lift it out. And here is the transfer roller. The transfer roller is going to assist the printer in being able to transfer the toner from the drum to the printer paper. Also, using a charge to do that, the transfer roller is going to collect any excess toner so it doesn't just spill out into your printer. So we can buy a new transfer roller, get it from our maintenance kit, and we want to keep any clips from our current transfer roller. We're going to use those current plastic clips for the new transfer roller. We'll take the new transfer roller, put the clips on it, and we're going to take it and slide it back into the printer and drop it into place. We'll use that little clip that we saw on the side to push it into place. The new transfer roller is now installed. We're going to take our toner cartridge and put it back in, and now we get to talk about another user serviceable part from our maintenance kit. As we continue in the maintenance of this laser printer, we're going to talk about rollers, because rollers are a big part of our maintenance kits. Whether you get a normal maintenance kit or a deluxe one, you're probably going to find some rollers. Now, we're not going to make a video all about rollers in this laser printer. We're going to have transfer rollers, pickup rollers, feed rollers. Let's just take a look at some of them. So down below, I'm going to actually remove my paper tray. And when I take out my paper tray, I'll lift it up. What we can actually see here is one of the rollers. The roller right here. To remove a roller and replace it, I can open that compartment by following the manual. And then there's a little clip on the roller. I can grab this blue clip, squeeze it, and pull that roller off. And we pull the roller off, what we can then do is replace it with a new roller. Now, these are based off of a rubber material, and its job is to grip the paper and be able to move the paper as needed. When this material becomes really smooth, it's not going to grip as well anymore. So we'd replace this roller as part of our maintenance kit. So we'll go out, buy a new roller, get it from our maintenance kit, and we can then squeeze that clip, slide it on, and now our new roller is installed. We can close it, then we can slide this paper bed back into our printer. But before we do that, we're going to flip the printer on its back side, and we're going to take a closer look at some more rollers. Make sure you're following your manual for your printer. I've got to do some weird angles here to be able to see inside of the paper feed tray area of my printer. But with our printer
propped up at a specific angle. We can see inside of here that I've got my different rollers. And again, that rubber material, which is gonna be used to grab onto the paper and to feed the paper as needed. Again, we've got clips on there that I can grab and pull the rollers off and purchase new rollers and put them right on. So we're done with our rollers. Next, we're gonna talk about another part of the printer that we can replace when it's experiencing issues. If it comes time to replace the fuser in your laser printer, this is the process you would go about it for maintenance. Number one, if there's a duplexer, you would remove it or slide it out, or a cover. Afterwards, in order to get to the fuser assembly, we need to open up the rear output bin. This can come down. The fuser is behind that rear output bin, so I need to remove it completely. Mine has tabs on both the left and right side, so I'll have to reach in and pop those tabs and lift it out. So following my manual, I can reach in and be able to pop out one tab on the left and the other tab on the right. With those tabs popped out, we removed the rear output bin, and now inside of here, this is our fuser assembly. So we're gonna zoom in and take a closer look at how to remove the fuser assembly from my laser printer. So we've got our different view here so we can see our fuser cartridge. And to remove our fuser cartridge, we've got two blue levers, one on each side. I can lift those blue levers up and I can take my fingers and I can pull this fuser out. So here's my fuser assembly. And this is where we have the heated roller as well as the pressure, which is going to fuse the toner into our paper. Now, when we remove this thing, the printer has been off for a good amount of time. This allows this fuser assembly to be cool as I'm touching it. We do not want to touch this thing once the printer was just turned off. So I can take my new fuser assembly and we could take it, we'll slide it right back into the slot, and we're gonna give it a little bit of a push to push it in and have a nice new fuser assembly installed. It'll lock into place on both sides with a click and a click, and our fuser assembly is installed. At this point in time, we'll replace any of the remaining pieces, including our rear output cover. We'll lock these back into place right here on our printer. With the rear output cover closed, we can take our optional duplexer or the cover that exists for that slot, and we can put it back into place. Our printer is installed with maintenance parts. We are good to go, and now we'll calibrate. With our maintenance kit and our fuser assembly installed, now we're going to connect our cables to our printer in order to calibrate. So for my manual, I do need power to calibrate my printer, so I'll plug in my power cable. Also, I'll plug my network cable back in because this is a network laser printer. With our cables installed, our printer's going to start to boot up again. We'll change our view and we'll do a calibration of our laser printer. So our printer is on, all the parts are installed, and now for us it's time to calibrate our printer by using a cleaning page. So what I can do is go into my menu of my printer, and I can scroll down that menu until I actually find device maintenance. I can select device maintenance and click OK. When device maintenance loads up, I'll get a couple options inside of here. We're going to want calibration and cleaning, so I can select that and I can click on OK. At this point I can click OK and it's going to print off a cleaning page for me, and we'll use this cleaning page in order to clean out our printer. With the cleaning page printed, there's instructions at the top. It tells me how to use it. All I need to do is manually feed this cleaning page into the printer face side down so that it's able to clean off the roller. So I'm going to take that cleaning page and load it in, according to the instructions on it, into my manual feed tray. When it's loaded in right below the pickup roller, I'll go ahead and click OK. The pickup roller is going to grab our cleaning page and it's going to pull it through the laser printer. Now this process is going to take a couple minutes as it pulls this cleaning page slowly through the printer components, and then we're going to discard the paper as it comes out from the output. With our cleaning page through the printer, we can just discard it as mentioned, close up a manual feed tray, and our printer is good to go for the remainder of our work. Take your time practicing learning how to work with your printers at your location and become that IT professional.